Today we'll be visiting the filming locations for the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Not all of it was filmed in Tokyo. We're starting right now. All right, so I'm here at the first location at the Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo High School here in Long Beach. It took me about 45 minutes to get here from where my hotel was at, and I've come to find out that the entire school is blocked off and I can't get into where they filmed the opening scene of the movie where Sean and Clay sort of get into an altercation in the parking lot. However, I can show you the parking lot from a distance. So I can't match up any shots, but I will show you where that was filmed at. Check this out. So right there in the middle of your screen, you see those solar panels? That is where the parking lot was when Sean and Clay got into the altercation. They were talking about the girl, winner gets me. That was filmed right there. And it kind of sucks that I can't get in there and match up some shots. But that building right, see if I can point it out, there can be seen in the background when Sean is talking to that girl. Hey, you talking to my girl? She was just admiring my ride. My ride. This thing has a boiler exhaust system and can do 0 to 60 in like 3.20 seconds. Wow, you can read the brochure. I know it sucks that I can't get in to where that scene was filmed, but all of that was right there in that parking lot. All right, not much to match up from this location, so we're gonna head on to the next. Let's go. I'm here where the first race took place from Tokyo Drift between Sean and Clay. The Monte Carlo against the Viper, currently in the Shangri-La Estates, depicted in the film, obviously. And I'm gonna show you where the scene was filmed at. Let's get into it. So this is Bowstring Street here in Victorville. Now what they want you to think is that the high school was really close to this location. However, Victorville is like an hour and a half, sorta northeast, east of LA. And it's pretty far. So it wasn't close to the high school at all. But this is where they had the first race, right down this road. Let's match up some shots. There's a higher up shot, sort of like this, where they cut the gates to the Shangri-La Estates and they drive right down this road. Not too far, maybe sort of where these trash cans are, and they stop, turn around here and match up this shot. This one's really cool. I really like this. So Sean and Clay cars were right there because these houses match up. That one you can kind of see. This one has the triangle top, and you can see the corner of this house as well. So this is definitely the right spot. I'd also like to mention that in the film, they were building these houses. They weren't really all here, but it's actually a really nice neighborhood now. This is crazy. Right now I'm gonna drive the distance of the race and show you where it was, what happened. This is where Sean would have been pushed up against the front of the houses that were being built. And there's a corner up here that we're gonna make a left, because they do make a left in the film. Now it's interesting because there was a lot of different cuts into making this race. They use a lot of different scenes, but yeah. So they would have taken all of Bowstring Street, turned left onto Ferndale, and I do believe they make another left up here again. Yeah, right here. Make another left onto Warpath Street, and you can't see it now, but right there behind that house is the alleyway that Sean would have been driving down. So Sean went that way, and Clay came back this way. Clearly I know things change over time, but I'm trying to find the location of the house that Sean goes through where he's like, oh well, and he jumps from the ramp and comes back in line with Clay. I can't find, see if it's this house on the corner of Bowstring Street, I can't, that straightaway that they're on and then they wreck at the end of, I can't really, none of it matches up because the road that, the curb that he jumps and rolls the Monte Carlo, it curves off to the right, and I'm not seeing any straightaways with any roads that curve off to the right, so I'm not exactly sure where that ending wreck scene was, but still cool though to drive where that race was. It's kind of chilling in a way. It was really interesting. Okay, so this location is kind of sad because it's about to be torn down, and as you can see, it's gated off, but behind me is the Hawthorne Plaza Mall, well, what used to be. So Sean meets Twinkie. Twinkie takes him to the drifting world, and they go up the elevator. He's like, man, you don't even know what DK stands for? Sean's like, Donkey Kong? No, man, drift. Sean's like, drift? Yeah, man. They open the door. Those cars are drifting around the corner. Pretty freaking sweet. And then that's where we find Han. He gives him a shot with the Mona Lisa, and he goes up against DK, and we all know that it doesn't turn out very well. Aside from maybe a little bit of CGI, all of those scenes were filmed right here in this very building. This is also the scene where Sean beats DK's henchman. I'm not really sure of his name, but the dude who has like the sort of like light brownish long hair. That was filmed here. And then at the end of the movie where Sean races Toretto. Right here. It sucks that I can't match anything up. It would have been really cool to line up some shots from this movie, but life happens, and unfortunately, as I said before, they plan on tearing this building down at some point. I'm not sure when, but I'm kind of glad I got here before they tore it down. All right, so for this next location, I'm at where Sean learns to drift. Han teaches Sean how to drift, and that was not filmed in Tokyo, but it was filmed down here in Long Beach at Terminal Island. As you can see behind me is the Southwest Marine, and all these abandoned buildings behind me is where Sean was weaving in and out as he was drifting around, learning. And then he tells Han that he needs more tires, or he might have told Twinkie. Either way, burning up tires, learning how to drift so he can face DK towards the end of the movie and whatnot. But yeah, all this filmed right here behind me. Fortunately, it's gated and blocked. I can't get in there. But here are some shots from the movie. So in between those buildings right there is where Sean would have learned to drift, and that roof right there is one of the buildings that he goes around. Man, it kind of sucks that some of these locations are off limits. I was really hoping to get in to where they were drifting at. That's crazy. On to the next location. Let's go. I'm currently here at the San Gabriel Reservoir, way northeast of Los Angeles, and this is the scene where DK and Sean finally race at the end of the movie. Now, part of it is blocked off. I can't get to it, but I can show you a general area of where it was. Right here is the reservoir. Now, right over here is where Sean and DK started the race. The top of this hill right there, there is a 1-lane road right there. Now, in the film, they race down the other side, and unfortunately, that side is blocked off and I can't get to it because it's like a construction site. But this is the exact spot. I know this because there's a building way across over there. This circular one has lights on it when they're standing there talking and stuff. So we are definitely in the right area. They would have lined up right about there, and then they would have driven down that way and made a left turn, kind of like where those trees are right in the middle of your screen. But yeah, really cool to be up here. It's definitely something. The roads up here are very narrow, twisty, turny roads. It's definitely perfect for a drifter up here. Kind of goes without saying. But yeah, really cool to see this location, but sucks I can't get over to it. I thought I was gonna be able to, but I guess not. But at least we could still see it from here though. I found another view right down the road, and this is the side that DK and Sean actually raced down. And there's a lot of turns going around this area, and it's kind of grown over here, so you can't really see much. But let's see, they would have started right over there, came down. There's a couple trees right there at the top. They would have turned there, gone down, and done a bunch of twisty turns. But yeah, this is the side of the mountain that they would have raced down. Now, I'm pretty sure they would have just cut to a scene right here where they exited and somehow made it onto the road, because there's no way of getting down that way. So they might have just cut from one scene to the next one going down one of these roads. But yeah, that's a great looking view. Here's a little perspective on how twisty and turny these roads are. All right, everybody, that's going to be a wrap on the filming locations for the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. It's pretty cool to see some of these locations, but, you know, unfortunately, things change over time. Some places are blocked off, you can't get into, but, you know, it happens. That's life. But anyway, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Remember, keep it fast, keep it furious, but always keep it safe. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one.